Chief Meteorologist Nikki-Dee with KLBK's first warning weather.
Who is ready for some major weather changes? Ready or not, they are headed to the South Plains, including a freeze watch. But right now, only thing we're really watching is the radar. Take a look what's happening right now outside the KLBK studio. Not too much to watch in these central locations except the traffic, so please be extremely careful if you are traveling. But if you are off to the south and eastern zones, you're watching the radar and watching those roadways. Here's what we have: a very long linear line of showers and thunderstorms that continue to develop just off the edge of the cold fronts. They're moving up to the north and eastern zones right around 35 miles per hour. They are beginning to elongate, and as they do, you're looking for these little notches. You see what we're dealing with right here, where there's not too much heavy rainfall, but you got the notches in place, because that's where we're seeing those gusty winds within the system. So please be careful. You're going to be dealing with heavy amounts of rainfall. Obviously, we don't have any rotation within these storms, which is very good news, but we do have small pieces of hail right around the size of a pea. So please be careful traveling. It is going to continue to push up to the north and east around 30 to 35 miles per hour, and you can tell where they are developing just off of the front as it continues to push its way to the southern extent. But here's the big picture. We've got a major cold front headed to the South Plains, and it's really going to begin to cool us off. Finally, we're going to feel like fall. Check it out. Up to the northern extent, we're dealing with temperatures in the 30s, even 20s right now, indicated by the very dark blue. 47 in Albuquerque, 45 over in Rio Doso, and then you head over to West Texas. Temperatures still flirting with the 70s, but some of us who are seeing the rain, we're seeing rain. Other locations, such as in New Mexico, they're dealing with snow. So that is how potent this cold front is as it continues to push into our region. Temperatures not seeing too much of the effects just yet, but we're going to be dealing with that wind shift very quickly. And as it does, it's going to give us some gusty northerly winds. So be prepared, ladies, for a skirt alert all day tomorrow, and also be prepared for a wind chill within the temperatures, because check out these winds. We head into the overnight hours right around midnight tonight. Everything shifts out of the north, but you still have this southerly flow. That's what's aiding everything going up to the north and east. But we change strictly out of the north for everyone on into tomorrow morning. That continues into the afternoon hours. These winds are going to be sustained 15 to even 25 miles per hour at times, and of course gusts within them getting close to 45. So a very blustery day across the South Plains. But let's talk rain. In the next few hours, we do anticipate to see some more of these isolated showers and thunderstorms continue to pop up. They are going to all move to the north and eastern zones. Then drying begins to take place right behind this cold front, giving us a major difference in the way of temperatures from morning to afternoon, because we've got dry air in place. We're really going to cool off, but we're also going to warm up in the afternoon because we've got so much sunshine all across the South Plains. So we're going to be dealing with major temperature differences on into the next several days. So early tomorrow morning, you're going to be dealing with rainfall. Then we're going to clear out, dry out, and of course warm up. 60 degrees by Wednesday afternoon. But check it out. Thursday, we're getting down into the 30s. Some spots will be in the 20s. Wind chills will be in the 20s up to the north and western zones. Prepare for those wind chills to be in the teens. With that being said, we do have a freeze watch in effect for the locations that have not yet had their first freeze, such as off into the rolling plains and into the southern region. But just because there's a freeze watch out doesn't mean that it's going to stay like that all day long. We will warm up, and we'll be back in the 70s right in time for game day on Saturday, and then we'll continue to stay in the 70s and potentially warm up into the mid-70s by next week. But remember, be extra careful. And today I was over at the Humane Society, and they were giving some tips. If you have cats outside, I didn't know this, I've never had an outdoor cat, make sure you bang on the hood, because they'll go in there and they'll
get up underneath.
Yes, and they will try and sleep. So don't do that. It really will mangle them very easily. So note to self, along with the other list of things to remember to do when it gets cold.
Yeah, there's a whole growing list.
Yes,
yeah,
but make sure that you do take proper care. And a lot of people think they can just turn on the car, but the engine will catch their tail.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Be careful.
Instead of cat catch
Now I
tongue.
got something else to be afraid of. Thanks very much,
Thanks,
Nikki-Dee.
Nikki-Dee.
Appreciate it. Well, coming up